single mommies. I know it's been a while, but I'm just checking in. I am trying to, I guess, create what I would call a day in the life segment where instead of me giving advice or just my input on certain situations, I would actually give you a little insight on me and my life and my situation and the things that I deal with on a day to day as a single mom. I guess I'll just kind of recap it. Today is Monday. So, just over the last week and over the course of the weekend, school has begun. So, there's a whole lot going on. I'm constantly busy, um, even more busier than usual. My daughter, who is 6, is getting her first chance at doing extracurricular activities or educational support activities. So she is in Girl Scouts, she's taking jazz dance. I was able to locate an engineering program for kids in my area. She says she wants to be an engineer, so I figure I would support that desire and try to cultivate that, encourage that. So she's doing that on Saturdays. Um, my oldest, who is 16, that is the young man that I'm trying to raise, well, I guess a boy, or that I'm trying to raise into a man. And I know they say that women can't raise men, but I'm all he's got, so we're gonna see what happens. So he is involved actually in a mentoring program with Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. I really have high hopes for that program. What they've shared with me sounds very promising. So we'll see where that goes. And he actually is quite interested, also based upon the interest meeting that we went to this past Thursday. So he's very interested, and I'm hoping that actually, again, encourages him and inspires him to do the best that he can do. He's also doing tutoring. He's not doing so well in his math class, basically due to lack of applying himself and doing the best that he can possibly do. But gotta try to support him and push him to again be the best that he can be and do the best that he can do in his academics. So yes, very very busy. And then when I'm not doing running kids here and there to extracurricular activities, picking up overtime where I can. Money is very important to single moms. We need to have as much income as we can possibly have. So I pick up extra hours at my current job, and I even started working another part-time job. So again, very busy. Um, Trying to think, what might you guys be interested, or what might I need to or want to share with you about what I've been dealing with just on a day to day. Well, I guess I'll talk about my evening today. This evening, um, I worked late, came home, worked a couple extra hours, came home, of course, helped the kids with their homework. My daughter's first with her homework because her bedtime is sooner. So that's always a struggle. She, I'm not sure what it is. People say it's because she's a girl. I think it's just she's stubborn. She knows the material, but if she doesn't want to do it, she pretends she doesn't know the material. All of a sudden, she's forgotten something that we've gone over and over and over, simply because she doesn't want to do it. Well, tonight wasn't too bad. We actually got through most of the work after I was able to get her settled down from playing. She actually got through the work pretty good, so that was actually a win, a plus. This 16-year-old, on the other hand, because mommy doesn't know anything. Teenager, he's got it all figured out right about now. He knows it all. So we're going back and forth and bickering over, me going over his homework with him and, pointing out the things that he needs to correct so that he can, again, get better grades, excel beyond that C average that I know that he is definitely more than capable of surpassing. But again, struggling back and forth, the smart mouth and the back talking, and so yeah, that is what I'm dealing with my wonderful 16-year-old son. Now we have our moments. We do have moments where we get along fine, and he points he points it out that it's whenever my other two young children are not around that we get along our best. We had a very interesting conversation last night about responsibility and, taking care of your responsibilities and, eventually planning for a wife and children of his own and, reaching his potential as a man once he becomes one and, not making excuses for, the things that you're supposed to do. Life doesn't give you, the opportunity for excuses. Nobody wants to hear how you couldn't. They only need to hear or want to hear, how you could and how you did, not, oh, I couldn't because, or, that old shuck and jive and I couldn't and, this is what happened and I can and this is what happened and I couldn't. Nobody wants to hear that. As an adult, you have to be able to hold up to your responsibilities and make things happen. And that's all there is to it. So, I'm hoping he heard me. I hope he understood me. But again, time will tell. But anyway, this is basically been my week. My last couple of days, I've given you examples of what I've been dealing with my children. Um, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to everything that I just said. Again, running kids here and there. There's only one of you, but somehow you have to be in two different places at one time. Or having to help kids with their homework, even when they don't want to be helped with their homework. Again, it's our responsibility to make sure that they're doing the best that they can, and we have to do the best that we can to make sure that they're doing the best that they can. So, that is my days, week. It will continue. It doesn't ever change. The same stories, just a different day. So, we'll definitely go by the blog, www.singlemomchronicles.blog.com. Still working on trying to get you guys that dating perspective from single moms. I'm sure there's many a story about single moms and their adventures in dating. And as soon as I get the chance, I'll sit my girls down and we'll videotape that so you guys can kind of see it and commiserate in our experience. And let's see, health and wellness. I think I touched on that a little bit in my written blog. You may want to check that out. There's definitely some tips on how we can work out and keep ourselves healthy in an affordable way. So definitely check that out. And then always, my book is still on sale on Amazon and Kindle. The Resilient Woman: How to Effectively Overcome and Deal with Adversity and Hardship, or Hardship and Adversity, by Shantae D. Cross, MA. Thanks so much, single mommies. Y'all have a good night. Peace.